Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. I greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be talking about this older Datejust 36 from Rolex. This one, reference number 116234, meaning that it's an older generation, and certainly it's also discontinued by the look of the dial as well, because this one is a black mother of pearl dial, diamond hour markers, fluted, white gold bezel, again 36mm case on a Jubilee bracelet. Alright, so I'll be going over all of the features of this watch, including all of those that I just listed, including the crown functions and the movement, and I'll be giving you my thoughts throughout this video. So starting off with this case, 36mm from finger to thumb. It's in the name, Datejust 36. Alright, so from the 2 to 8 or the 10 to 4 o'clock positions, same diameter, same 36mm. You have the standard monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure waterproofness and water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. A full high polish construction here on both the sides and front of the case, as you can see, all the way down to the tapering of these lugs, all the way up to the tapering of the top lugs as well. Nice high polish there. Sitting on the front of this case is the white gold fluted bezel. So every time you see a fluted bezel, it's always made in some sort of gold, and in this case white gold, to sort of fit in with the overall color scheme of this watch. And speaking of the colors, take a look at that dial. That is what is known as the black mother of pearl. Now, what is standard among Rolex watches, at least as of the making of this video in 2021, the mother of pearl model dials are all white mother of pearl, meaning that they're predominantly white, and you can see, some color variation within it. Now, when it comes to the black mother of pearl, it's, well, black with color variation within it. But what separates this apart from the white mother of pearl is that you can actually see much more color in it. It's much more saturated with, all those greens, reds, purples, all those different colors that it looks like my monitoring is actually picking up pretty well. Although it still doesn't quite do the dial justice. You'll need to see it with your own eyes to actually get the full experience of all the colors that you can see here. And there's not actually a single speck of black. It's just a really, really highly saturated set of colors from pearls, literally from pearls dug up from the bottom of the ocean. Alright, so taking a look here at the configuration itself, you do have the printing here in white, so it sort of gives you that sense of contrast when you see the sort of quote-unquote black nature of this dial. Alright, so it gives it that sense of contrast. It's there to read when you need it, but depending on your angle, becomes nigh invisible, and that's totally fine, because when you see this, it's a Rolex anyway. You have the Rolex crown at the 12 o'clock, diamond hour markers in 18 karat round 18 karat white gold settings, with diamonds implanted into those, all hand set of course and regularly placed. You have the date aperture at the 3 o'clock, small on the dial, big under the Cyclops lens. That's directly, literally a part of the sapphire crystal, nicely and scratch resistant as well. Same thing for the hands, also nicely made with white gold, 18 karat white gold as well. Alright, now when it comes to the functions of this watch, nothing too different here, what you would expect from a Datejust 36. So simply unwind the crown at 3 o'clock position. This allows you to wind the watch. Pretty standard there. If you're at a dead stop, about 20 to 30 full winds is all you need to get to the full power reserve. Rather easy there. Pull out to the next position. You can then advance the date using the quick set function by rotating the crown clockwise, so it's about a quarter turn to advance the date by 1. You find yourself on the 30th of a month, for example, so say you're on April 30th, just simply move it over once, wait for the hour hand to roll past midnight, and you'll be on the 1st of May, no problem. Alright, and if you find yourself a time traveler, you can certainly let it fly as much as you'd like. Alright, so pull the crown out to the final position, and note that the seconds hand does in fact stop giving you that hacking function, so you can place the minute hand precisely wherever it needs to go. Now keep in mind that these mother of pearl dials don't actually have a minute track on them, but what you can use is the rehaut, the engraving of the word Rolex across the inner bezel. as you can see, depending on the angle of light there, it's either easier to read or completely invisible, but you can actually use that as the minute track, sort of impromptu, so you can then place the minute hand precisely wherever it needs to go based on the position of that seconds hand, wait for an atomic clock to roll around, and just simply press it in when it's nice and synchronized up. And remember to screw the crown tightly back into the case to ensure that superior water resistance. Now, what makes all of this work? It is the 3135 Rolex caliber. You can't see it through the case back because you do have that solid steel case back as is standard for Datejust models and pretty much all Rolex models. All right. It beats at a frequency of 28,800 vibrations per hour. It gives you that plus or minus 2 second per day time differential, meaning that you have the superlative chronometer certification as printed on the dial and every Rolex dial. All right, and even though this watch is from sort of like the mid to late 2000s, at least this model is, you know, it still has that superlative chronometer certification nicely implanted in there into the movement. You also have the center hour, minutes, and seconds hand with the precise date and stop seconds for precise time setting, all of which I had just demonstrated. You also have the Paraflex shock absorbers and the Parachrome blue hairspring, meaning that you can get relatively close to magnets. You can take a few bumps here and there. They'll be keeping track of time just fine. No need to demagnetize the watch. No need to worry about the internal components because it's all keeping track of time just fine. Well, just don't wear it while operating a jackhammer, for example, or throw it off the cliff of the Grand Canyon and you'll be just fine. All right. It also has a bidirectional self-winding rotor, center mounted, so that means that once you've wound this up nice and full manually, just continue to wear it throughout the day, and that will keep you nicely wound up to the full power reserve thanks to the natural movements of your wrist, allowing that central winding rotor to spin in either direction to wind that mainspring barrel on the inside. All right, so all of this gives you a total power reserve of about 50 hours. So an older Datejust still gives you over 2 days, 2.5, 2.25 days of full power reserve. So basically you can still set this down on a late Friday night, pick it back up early Monday morning, ready to conduct business. No need to wind the watch. Just wear it all of Monday and you'll be back to full power reserve. Nice and easy there. Now taking a look at the framing of this watch, this one is a Jubilee bracelet, 5-piece links across, high polished links down the middle 3 links, the outer 2 links being a satin brush finish, as you can see. Feels very good on the outside and even better inside because of all the numerous links inside. Feels very nice, supple, and extremely soft. Even though it's steel, the satin brush finishing combined with all of these tiny pieces makes it feel very, very good on the wrist. Now, these older models do have the concealed folding crown clasps. You won't find this on a modern Datejust 36, a 126334, for example, but you can find it on the older models. So the 116234s, that's another thing that sets them apart. Not only do you still have the black mother of pearl dial as an option, you also have the concealed folding crown clasp on the 36 models. All right, so the advantage of this is it sort of fits in nicely and seamlessly only on the Jubilee bracelets. All right, to open it, just simply lift the top and it unhooks. Nice and easy there. You have the Rolex stamped logo on the inside. You know that you're dealing with steel, obviously. All right, rather easy there. Not much else to say about this. Keeps it nice and simple. All right, while I'm here, I can also try it on and give you my thoughts as to how it wears on a wrist, 7 inches in circumference. Now consider that this one is obviously a pre-owned model. You can't really, well, you can't get these period new from a Rolex dealer anymore. But you know, if you have watched my videos, you'll already know that, you know, I love the 36mm dial configuration, and you know, to great effect. Certainly you can read it. It has a very good size on my wrist, a very good framing, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock sides, so that you can see the bracelet as well, and it just fits very nicely. Looking at it down the wrist, there's not too much space underneath these lugs. My wrist is a little swollen right now because I'm a little dehydrated. I'll need to you know, flush out all the salts from my body, but typically I would have a tiny bit of space underneath these lugs with some spacing that's still, you know, supplied naturally by the Jubilee bracelet. And you know, thanks to the very low tolerance of Rolex bracelets, even though this one's getting to, you know, be over well, it's definitely over 10 years old at this point. It's still incredibly low tolerance, no pinching of the skin, no pulling of the hairs. Still feels incredibly comfortable and good on the wrist. Really good on the outside, and again, as I said earlier, even better on the inside. Taking a look at it face on, the black mother of pearl certainly gives you this sense of distinguished, this sort of distinguished look, as you know, you don't really see this sort of color very often, only, you know, really on this dial, because you don't really see these colors really this saturated on newer Rolex models. And to me, it's all about the saturation of those colors. If you really like the greens and the magentas, the purples, the reds, and you know, a little bit of the yellows as well, and oranges here and there, if you like having all those colors just sort of randomly shining depending on the angle of light, well, this is certainly the dial for you. And you can only get it on these older 116234 models, the Datejust 36s, the previous generations, obviously. All right, and as well, you can also only get the concealed folding crown clasp on the Jubilee bracelets on the older models as well. So, enough of what I think. What do you guys think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our website at jazztime.com. Links in the description below where you can get it for the lowest possible price anywhere online. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.